I was at the thrift store the other day, and I saw for $10 an entire ab lounge. And I looked at it and I thought to myself, that is so much raw material for $10. Like, I couldn't get that much steel pipe for $10, plus the hardware holding it together, plus the fabric. Like, that's like a whole motorcycle. You could build a whole motorcycle out of that. And then I thought, fuck whatever I'm doing, it's time to build a motorcycle. Here's all the parts, totally stripped down. I'd say that's more than enough. And we got all the bits we need. Yeah, those are handlebars. Those are just handlebars. Just need a couple more bits. A couple of wheels. Should be enough power, I'd say. There we go. I think I got the front forks about figured out. None of that's welded, it's all just single bolt there. And the bolt through the wheel was the right size. That's like it wanted to be forks. And then this, I'm gonna cut this right here and then cut a bunch out of each side and narrow the whole thing so it'll be width of a wheel. And then maybe mount the motor on here, and then a pipe coming up for the fork. So here we go, the frame. Main frame section, there'll be a tube going straight up off of that and then diagonally back to another hoop to the wheel. Kind of a chopper style frame. Now we just gotta connect from the hoop up to the up and from the up to the down. And then we'll have a whole frame. So here's about what the frame's gonna look like, I think. Haven't welded any of it yet, but it's sitting there. So here we got the front forks. These are made out of the main pivots of the chair to connect the top and the bottom of the seat. And that's what this is. This is actually the back of the seat. But I drilled them out to the size of these tubes and soldered them on. I think that should make a pretty good front pivot for the forks. Gonna weld it up. The two halves are joined. And these bushings I had to make because they were actually a bushing originally for, it was for these to swing in here. It was the bushings for this. And I had saved them for here, but I actually, I melted them because I forgot to take them out when I was welding this, so I had to make these ones out of nylon, but it's looking pretty sick. So now that I've got the forks on the frame, I'm gonna build the seat, I think, which will just be piece coming straight up the back, and then I have a piece to triangulate down to the hoop from about the end. I have it, you see where it's shiny.
And that'll triangulate that, and then I'm going to use this. I'm going to cut these tabs off and weld them onto this. And that'll be what the actual seat attaches to on each side, and then I'll probably drill a hole in the middle somewhere. I could have probably used these ones, but it'll be fine. And then I have, these were what you would lock your legs into originally. And I have them ground down where they line up on here. Let's make the front fork. I've been trying different orientations to try to get a good style. Those are kind of wild. Tall. But I'll probably just hold them on like this, extended them. Looks pretty good from this angle, I think. Should be comfortable riding. I'm gonna use a weld in that. So I've added engine mount, welded in, slotted. I've reinforced the frame here. I ran the chain already to make sure this was clear. And then the seat mount is all welded up. So just a little bit more to go on it, really. We got a fuel tank I stole off an old snowblower. I had to relocate it because the old one was where the torque converter went, but this exhaust pipe is actually a couple pieces. This is one of the handles, and it's I think it turned out pretty rad. I got these brakes hooked up. They were the ones that went to these discs in the wheels. Real simple cable, hooked up easy. Should trim this. It's a lot of extra cable. But yeah, I gotta make a seat and somewhere to put my feet, and she'll be ready for a test drive. Uh-oh. Somebody's stupid. Nothing like a little fuel fire, eh? Alright, so after the fire, the magneto or coil or the spark maker. Let me check the book. It's the magnetron. The magnetron went out, so I switched the. I had a spare engine with the same engine, but this never recoiled all the way, so I stole the front cover too. Carburetor a little melted, but seems to be working all right. Header stayed fine. I mean, a little rusty, but it was bare metal anyways. Torque converter's fine. The belt survived. Wheels were fine. Altogether, got pretty lucky, really. It's just a similar gloss black to what was on it. I guess it's more of a matte black, kind of a satin neutral black. I know that's all the 3 different kinds there are, but it's one of them, I swear. Here it is in all its glory. Turned out pretty rad. See the pipe starting to blue where it got warm. Take a wild guess where I found this gas tank. Yeah.
It really went like 35 to 40 most of the time though. It was kind of like a moped where it would accelerate up to like 30 and then slowly wind out to 40 if you had enough time and a flat enough road.